not being ready. Um, but hello. Hold on while I pull up everything that's supposed to be up. Nobody redeem anything. We're almost there. We're almost there. Almost there. All right. Okay. Now things are up. It's late. It is late. Definitely wasn't supposed to be streaming earlier today. And skipping on that, that definitely didn't happen. Uh, we can ignore that. But I am here now. It is late stream. We're hanging out. There we go. Now, I'm doing a magic trick here. Boo. Boo. Hello. Welcome. I finally am here. How is it going? Guy caught chain pistol. That's the second time I've seen that one recently. Chances of that are pretty low, with how many options there are. But, man, starting stream with nothing to talk about. Not great, not great. I guess we can start by introducing the guns on the table. We do, of course, have a repeat visitor here. We have the not a Glock. This is the Glock we built on stream Sunday. Last stream. I found the sights. They were not lost forever. They are here. They're not wonderful, but they're there. They're suppressor height, so that's good because it's a threaded barrel. We can ignore that little scuff on the side of the sight because I don't have a Glock sight pusher, so I used a punch, a metal punch, because I got not patient enough for the plastic one. So this gun is now actually complete. Very, very nice. We also have long, very long gun. One of my longest guns. We have our Sporter skeet shooting shotgun. Very, very good gun. Well, it's a very okay gun that I got for a very good price. We have Boberg. That one is also a returnee because I forgot to take off the desk, and so now it's going to be there. And also, we have everybody's favorite gun, the Altor. Because I can. This very, very strange gun. For those who don't know about the Altor, this is a single shot pistol. Why am I doing all this work to hold it up high? We can zoom in. Single shot pistol. You load it, you take the barrel off, you take your snap cap, which I have conveniently already ready here, of course, and I'm not currently getting it. You have your snap cap. You put it in here. And then you take your barrel, put it back on, and twist it. And now you're ready to shoot. Very good. Key jingle for chat. Oh, do you hear that? It looks like it's picking up real well on the mic. Chat, what's that? What was that? It's the keys. We got keys. Very nice keys. I hope you better not be drifting off, not paying attention. Pay attention. We got keys. We got the keys. Did I got some new keys. I found a new key. Yeah, there it is. I don't know where it came from. Some like old like shed key or something. But I replaced one of the keys on here. One of the keys on here had a big plastic key handle. I don't know, what's the top part of the key called? Please don't scratch that. We're okay. But we got keys, all metal keys for maximum jingle. And those live here. But, let's see. Did I introduce all the guns? I did introduce all the guns. So I have... It's not Black Friday yet. But I have already spent my Black Friday money. Because... I did. Because I had to have it. I needed it. So, Black Friday money already spent. And then after that, someone went and posted great deals from the, what was it? Which deal was it? It was the Tavor SAR from Borelli. Let's see. Let's see if we can find it. There it is. Look at that. Look at that price on that one. Borelli, please sponsor me. Why? There we go. Sorry. The margins of the window were bothering me. I had to fix them. But yes, look at that. Look at that price. Look at the price. I need it. Up to 40% off. Sort by percent off. Sheesh. Yeah, I know, right? So the regular X95. So the X95 still kind of expensive. But the SAR Only 1,200? I need it. There's so much stuff. So much stuff. This Black Friday is way better than last Black Friday. APC 308, 46% off. It still costs more than I spent already, but good gracious, I need all of them. Oh, Benelli M4. Oh no, this is just covered in aftermarket parts. I got excited. I thought I saw the multi-position stock, but then it's an ugly one. Anything else? Anything else particularly good? I don't see anything else particularly good. Quite a bit of very good has been... Don't look. Quite a lot good has been shared in the Discord. Let's see, what else was there? There's the Tavor. HK USP 45, very good sale. Deciding which 25-pound crate of cashews. Why would you need 25 pounds of cashews? That's ridiculous. That's so much cashews. Need a snack? I personally am preferential towards almonds, but only almonds that are spicy flavored. I don't want none of those just like plain almonds. I don't want it to taste like almonds. I want it to taste like ghost peppers or something. Why am I starting stream at 1 a.m.? Because it's not 1 a.m. for me. Also, I missed stream earlier today. And so gotta stream sometime. Winchester SX4, what on earth? Are we already getting to repeats of the gun gotchas? Someone just got the Winchester SX4. But there's so many options. There's so many different guns. I guess you guys are just really big fans of grandpa themed semi-auto shotguns. At least it's not an SXP. Good gracious. Yes, I guess depending on your time zone, could be 1 a.m. Could be later. If you're even further that direction. Although I think you have to cross an ocean to get further than that. Now you could be from like Greenland or something. Any Greenland viewers in the chat? Like 2 or 3 a.m. whatever time zone. Dang, I have to know. Oh, 4 a.m. 4 a.m. in Greenland. I'm looking up a time zone map. Oh, what is that? Canada? Canada has the other time zone. Canada has the 3 a.m. time zone. Some of the SXPs are cool looking. Like, what? The SXP? I mean, I guess they do have the SXP Tactical with the heat shield. But I mean, it's kind of vibey, but it's not like a great looking heat shield. See, so we had, yeah, look at that. It's like a weird heat shield with like angled slots, which is better than no heat shield. Picatinny rails, finger grooves. Gross. FDE one's not bad. Needs a heat shield. That is very Sarah Cody looking. Let's see. Oh, there's the FDE one with the heat shield. Why do they have this weird angled slot heat shield? What happened to traditional heat shields? Also, these are probably not the most uncomfortable. These are some of the ugliest finger grooves I've seen in my life. This is a bad looking grip. It definitely looks like the grip on these was just stuck on like as an afterthought. It's a strange shape. It's not natural. Probably get the Marine Defender. Oh, there's the trench. See, they went with a slightly more classic looking like pump handle with like the parallel lines, a little larger. They still have that weird heat shield though. This one is probably one of the better ones though. Probably one of the better ones. SXP high grade field. I didn't know they made a high grade budget pump shotgun. Strange. I'll stick to my Turkish over-under sporter. That's it for me. Or my Winchester 1300. That one's pretty decent. Also sounds nice. That's probably the biggest bonus. Sounds nice. Oh wait. I did have something to do. We were gonna read a book together, chat. Hold on. Where'd it go? I have to go get the book. I think I know where it is. I don't know where it is. Where did I put it? Chat, where'd it go? There it is. I found it. I found it. All right. We have a book to read. We have, oh my. We have the Taurus Carbine manual, missing the cover page, but the rest of it, except the cover page. And look at this absolute unit in here. And two full pages of warnings. Crazy. Not all firearms are alike. Many makes and models of firearms might look nearly the same. Yes, everything looks nearly the same as the Taurus carbine. However, they differ widely in design and operation, and in location of and function of various controls. I don't think so. Study this manually thoroughly. Study this manual thoroughly. Taurus firearms are designed and made to offer maximum safely. Maximum safety. Goodness sakes, I can't speak. Should we read through the whole 2 pages of dangers and safety warnings? Notice, notice, danger, 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 caution, warning, 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 safety first, safety first, safety first. Taurus carbines were manufactured to perform properly with the original parts as designed. It's your duty to make sure any parts you buy are installed correctly, and that neither replacements nor originals are altered or changed. Can't put any aftermarket parts on your Taurus rifle. Oh, we've got we've got another 2 full pages of warnings and dangers and cautions. Danger, warning, warning, caution, danger, safety first, safety first, safety first. That warning section could be 1 page, 1 sentence even. Danger, you purchased a Taurus. What shotgun is that? This is... What is this? This is the Pointer KPS Sport something something. It's got a ridiculous serial number esque model. The full model of this is KPS 1012C28, and that is in fact the model, not the serial number. Thank you, Turkey. Oh, there we go. We've got our chart. Grip, stock, sling attachment points. It's got 2 sling attachment points in the stock. Look at those 2 holes, 2 sling attachment points for maximum versatility. Ambidextrous bolt catch, ejection port, magazine, handguard barrel, front sling attachment point, ambidextrous, front sight. Oh no, the ads are going. No. Yes, and we've got the specs. We've got the full... Oh goodness, the paper got floppy. Full spec sheet. Full spec sheet. Yeah, caliber 9mm or 40. 40 short and weak. Blowback, closed breech firing. That's good. Otherwise, it would be illegal according to the ATF. Semi-auto 10-round capacity, sad day. Twist length. 1 in 10 for 9mm, 1 in 16.5 for 40. That seems like a horribly slow twist rate. 1 in 16.5? There's... What is standard 40 twist rate? Oh, Standard is 1 in 16 inches. Interesting. Okay. Total length 31.5 inches. Distance between sights 12.5 inches. Ain't no way this whole thing is near 32 inches, and those sights are only 10 inches apart. 12 inches apart. There's no way, no way. Also, the sights are on a Picatinny rail. You can just scoot them forward and back. I could put these two sights right next to each other. You've got into a couple of those mainly expensive Italian over and under. So this one is not expensive nor Italian. This is a Turkish pointer KPS Sporter over under. So the model on this is very long. It's like a serial number model. The serial number model is KPS 1012C28. I got this new, but it's clearly been used before. It does have running into stuff. It's too long. Got extended chokes, ported barrels, adjustable comb. Oh, let me just poke my monitor. So for what it is, it's pretty nice. For what I paid for it, it's even nicer. Say. But it's pretty decent. It's pretty decent. I also got it for $50. New. But I did get it from an actual gun store, and they sold it to me under the original new UPC as a new gun. That means I get the warranty. Even though this thing clearly has been to hell in the back. Like dragged behind a four-wheeler through the gravel. But yeah, it works. The barrels aren't dented somehow. Oh, two more pages of dangers and warnings. Oh my goodness. Oh, safety, 2 positions, safety and fire. Adjustable sight doesn't work, mine's broken. Oh, more sight adjustment, windage, elevation. Like the Frankie. The Frankie. The Franchi. I've heard that pronounced so many different ways. It's Frankie. That's what's actually correct. But I hear Franchi, Frankie. Frankie. Had to go with Frank because it wouldn't spell. Trying to autocorrect you. And the Frankie instincts are they're pretty nice. They definitely make some high-end ones too. Ammunition. Only use high-quality ammunition in your Taurus carbine. Clearly. Everybody would only use the highest quality ammo in a Taurus. Immediately stop shooting and check barrel for possible obstruction whenever you have difficulty in or feel unusual resistance in chambering the cartridge. Cartridge misfires. The mechanism fails to extract fired cartridge case. Shot sounds weak or abnormal. You shoot those old 3.5-inch shells. I do not. Well, at least not on this one. This is a 2 3/4 to 3 inch. Um, actually, I don't think I have anything that shoots 3.5. Never use P plus P or plus P plus. What is just P? What is P ammunition? Warning for plus P. Only fire SAMI rated plus P ammunition in Taurus models designated by Taurus for plus P. According to this list. All firearms chambered in 9mm are okay. Then why did you just tell me not to shoot it? Shaking my head. I guess it's probably because they also make this in 40. They don't want to make multiple instruction manuals. Oh, operation. Hold magazine with one hand, and with one, insert the cartridge by pressing it down according to the figure. No. What if I want to hold the magazine with both of my feet and then put the ammunition in with my teeth? What are you going to do, Taurus? Can't stop me. Note, inserting more than the indicated amount of ammunition can hinder or prevent correct introduction of the magazine into the firearm. That is true. The Taurus carbine does come with 10-round magazines, but it's reasonably easy to stuff 11 in there. It does make it near impossible to put the magazine in, though. You found it engraver quotes. Surprisingly, Glock Aztec Designs and others? What? Glock's Aztec Designs and others. Found engraver quotes. Okay. Surprisingly. Okay, so engraver quotes. Engraver mainly does Colts. Glock's Aztec's Designs. Aztec Designs on a Glock? What? Reading code here. Do not ride the bolt forward. May result in failure to load. Reloading. Okay, how to reload magazine. Faults, causes, and remedies. Cartridge does not feed. Cartridge is not loaded into chamber. Cartridge fails to fire. Bolt does not open after firing. Cartridge or cartridge case is not ejected. Cartridge is stuck in the chamber. Man, they are really going for everything. We got this absolute unit here. This is the most based man I have ever seen in a line drawing. Protect your eyes and ears so you can be this cool. Correct aiming. Oh, it just tells you how to use iron sights. If you're holding the gun sideways, it's not ideal, apparently. Firing position, recommendation. Supported shoulder firing position is most stable and provides best probability of hitting your target. Thank you. Risk of injury from recoil. Risk of injury from recoil. This is a 9mm rifle. This carbine's recoil can cause serious injury. When firing, pull the firearm firmly into your shoulder. Keep your eye at least 2.5 inches away from sight when firing. Keep your hands away from the path of the bolt group. Okay. Hey, don't stick your finger in the bolt when you're firing, I guess. Okay. Sling attachment points. You're not gonna tell me. You're not gonna tell me what the ideal sling is for this? Unbelievable. How am I supposed to put a sling on it if it doesn't tell me how to do it in the manual? Disassembly. Very similar to HK, UMP, USC. It's almost exactly the same. Reassembly, do the same thing but the other direction. Maintenance and cleaning. Correct cleaning of the firearm is part of the maintenance required to ensure flawless performance. Yes, Taurus, known for their flawless performance. Including preventing premature wear, etc. Daily cleaning service. Daily cleaning service. Who cleans their Taurus daily? Nobody. Clean after use. Unload firearm. Disassemble. Remove magazine. With proper brush, remove all residue. Same procedure in magazine. Lubricate with a thin layer of oil. Reassemble. Special care. Small amount of oil should be used to conserve the equipment. Avoid excess oil on the interior of magazine and barrel. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, then we've got the full parts diagram. A little stained. It's okay. This gun's had a hard life. I got it, and it was covered in crayon. Or maybe colored pencil. I'm not sure. You got a gold cup fully decked out. Love it. Love it gold. Played it with the engravings. 4K. I do not have any single gun worth that much. Maybe after accessories and everything. Maybe. But not just the base gun by itself. A little under that. You got it for 3,800. Not bad. I mean, for a fancy. Oh, goodness sakes. A fancy brand name shotgun. It's not bad. It's not bad, really. I can't see myself ever paying that much for a shotgun, particularly like an over-under. Even though over-unders are super cool. Big vibe. But wait. Colt Gold Cup is in 1911. Sorry, I'm stupid. I was still stuck on over-under for some reason. A little bit under that. 3,800. Only bad thing, ammunition is hard to find. 38 Super? 38 Super is not... Well, it depends on where you are, I guess. 38 Super is pretty easy to find in Texas. For some reason, The 38 Super is more common. I guess for some reason is because Mexico is like right here. Uh, so you get a little bit of trickle over people who like 38 Special, but there's plenty of 38 Super, not 38 Special. I know what I'm talking about. I promise. Just the wrong words are coming out. Probably because I started stream and like way too late. 38 Super, the 1911 cartridge for countries that say that you can't have one in a normal caliber. Ugh. Yeah, some countries do have restrictions, like you can't have a military cartridge, so can't have 45, can't have 9, can't have 38 Super. We all have our days. I think every day is one of my days. Was with a bug sprayer. Bug sprayer? What bug sprayer? Which I don't know which one you're calling a bug sprayer. Is it this one, that one, or that one? Looks like a pressure. This one? This one. This one. So this is a very cool gun. By cool, I mean horribly cheap. This is the Altor. It currently has a huge suppressor on it because I have one of these special editions. Because I can. This is a single shot 9mm. How you reload this is you have to pull the trigger back, rotate, and pull off. Ta-da! And then put your barrel down, barrel and suppressor in this case. And then on here, you just kind of set your 9mm. It goes in a little slot on the top of there if camera will focus in the right spot. Goes in little slot right there. Slide the cartridge in. You take your barrel, put it on, twist it to lock it, and now you're ready to fire. Because of course. Looks kind of scary. It doesn't blow the barrel off. Mine has not yet blown the barrel off. I also have not shot many rounds through it, but it has not blown the barrel off. Yeah, so this is the Altor Black Vidua. I don't know how it's pronounced. Black Vidua. Probably some kind of spider or something. I don't know. But there was a limited release of these that came with from the factory with the threaded barrel. And so I got that one. Usually these don't have the threaded barrel. But it's way funnier with it. So of course I had to get the threaded barrel. And so now I have a suppressor on this gun that is longer than the gun itself. So we can, hold on, how much longer is it? Direct thread suppressors, okay. So suppressor, Significantly longer than the gun itself. It looks like something someone cooked up in their garage. Well, it kind of is. But they're very interesting guns. Very interesting guns. It looks like a gun you'd buy from Dollar General if they operated an FFL. Yes. Yeah. Yes, that's what it is. This is probably the cheapest gun you can buy new. You could probably get like a used Hi-Point 380 for cheaper than one of these new, but very cool, very neat. Horrible to shoot. This thing weighs without the suppressor like half a pound. If that. I haven't actually weighed it. It's not a lot. Remind you of the guy made a 22 out of an air compressor handle. Sounds reasonable. Except these are actual production. They have a website and they have all their accessories. They have like holsters and stuff for it. Let's see. Products. Wait, where's their products? No! Do they not have their stuff anymore? There's their holster, a picture of it. Shop section. Shop. Come on. There we go. Alright. So, here we have the Altor accessories. So you have different barrels. You can buy replacement barrels once you have your gun. And they have this long barrel. I I kind of want it, but it's not threaded. Oh, and it's 9mm and 380. You get it in either 9 or 380. You can get the handles in different colors, different colored handles. This is the Altor. Believe it or not. This is a fire control unit gun. Like the SIG P365. This came first. SIG stole the fire control unit idea from these guys. There you go. You can see it's a serial number in there. Completely enclosed fire control unit. And that lets you be able to replace the grip frame. Which is kind of neat, real strange to think about. You got your different colored grip frames here, FDE, NRA blue, rose gold. You have your bandolier, because it's only a single shot, so you gotta you gotta have your extra rounds really close. Holster holds 6 extra cartridges. And a special case to hold 2 extra barrels, an extra 6, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, an extra 18 cartridges. I should get the pink handle, put an anime sticker on it. I can just put anime stickers on the black handle. Probably wouldn't be worse. I have been tempted so many times to get this weird little holster. Like I can't see the back of it. I assume it has like two belt loops or something. Um, the problem is it would probably catch on the threaded barrel as I'm pulling it out. And that is literally what has caused me to not buy it in the past. But yeah. Altor is a fire control unit gun. Um, which is very interesting. I'm on there? Where am I on? I'm on there. I'm on where? Where is he? I am here. Hello. Yeah, so the Altor is our pressure washer gun here. It is a fire control unit gun. Oh, I forgot to show how the trigger actually works. In here, we do have just a snap cap. This gun is currently safe. So the safety on here, zoom in more. Safety on here, we have a cross bolt safety. Silencer is larger than the weapon. It absolutely is. So we've got cross bolt safety. Fire safe. When it's on safe, you can only pull the trigger back that far. When it's on fire, it comes back the rest of the way. And how this works is you hold the gun securely, not like I'm doing right now. You pull that back, and then you just let it go. and that's your trigger. You can also, with the safety, lock the trigger back slightly. So you can lock the trigger there. That does let you freely take the barrel off, because funny thing here, the thing that stops the barrel from rotating is the trigger. So so when you're firing the gun, don't twist the barrel, because then you fire and the barrel goes wee. So be sure the barrel's on straight, because once you start pulling the trigger back, it's no longer locked into the safe to fire position. Which is very interesting. Shall we say interesting? Found the sights for the non-Glock? Yes. We found the sights for the not a Glock. You won't believe this. They were right here in my desk drawer. So we did get the sights attached. We can look down the sights now. I don't really want to point it at myself. We'll point it at the light spot. Even though it is empty, and we have confirmed it many times, still don't want to point it at myself. So we got sights. It is a very skinny front post on these sights, but that's okay. Eventually, we're gonna get some kind of dot to put on this, and then the sights will just be purely backup sights. But they're suppressor height, so you can put a suppressor on here, whatever you want. Is that actually safe with the Altor, or this one? So there's no reason this one wouldn't be safe. This one, somewhat questionable. Somewhat questionable. You like the TTI Combat Turkish Glock copy? Can't produce the name right. Oh, the Canik? Yeah, so the Canik, it's not really a Glock. Goodness sakes. I need to get a drink or something. The movable barrel. It's safe if you perfectly follow the manual of arms and do not deviate a tiny bit. Then it's perfectly safe. Otherwise, it is questionable. But yeah, this one, we got the iron sights. I don't know, I feel like I need like some like weird, like cheap knockoff red dot to throw on this thing. Except I want something that'll actually work. I don't want to just completely waste money. What's with the keychain? Well, so we've got this nice blue Glock here. So we gotta put a blue VTuber on there. It just makes sense. So we've got leaflet charm on the Glock. Because blue. It's not quite the same shade of blue, but that's okay. More of like a Hatsune Miku blue. But it's close enough. Nice touch, of course, of course. So we've got the leaflet gun, the leaflet Glock. And now I need more charms for more guns. Except I am afraid that this acrylic is gonna break under recoil. Even though it is like down here on the bottom of the grip. Bottom of the grip's not moving a ton. But I need a VTuber to make like some nice like heavy duty charms that I can have some confidence in. No waifu grip? Exactly, exactly. Yeah, we can't exactly put like G10 waifu grips on a Glock. Not with that attitude. But yeah, so we now have two anime guns. Actually, I have the other one always within arm's reach. So we've got both anime guns here. A lot of blue. I guess I'm a fan of blue blue anime women. I need to get a white AUG so I can put a white-haired waifu on it or something. Really what I need is the white AUG H-bar. Ooh, that'd be nice. Wait, no. Does Rem ever wake up? No spoilers. I haven't watched season 3 yet. I'm waiting for season 3 to completely release before I just binge it in like 2 days. She's not in the new series? Well, I guess not yet then. Spoilers? I said right after I said no spoilers. Oh my gracious. But I am not yet a manga nerd, so I'm also not like actively part of the fandom. Yow. So I have very well avoided spoilers. And I have not read the manga because I'm lazy. Also, I like moving, colorful anime. You don't know, actually? Shaking my head. Shaking my head. But yeah, I do need to. I need to get around to watching it. I don't know how much of the new season is out yet. Just keep hearing it's more focused on Emilia. Well, Emilia is the main love interest, so it does make sense. Subaru is a bit of an Emilia simp, which I can't blame him too much, I'll be honest. But yeah, I don't. Is it fully released yet? I haven't been following. I have not been following it, so I have not been looking. How many episodes in season 3? 16 episodes. And we are 8 episodes in, it looks like. So halfway there. Halfway to me being able to watch it. Or of a Sankaku. He's into Emilia. Rem is into Subaru. Okay. Subaru was also rejected by Rem. Subaru asked Rem to run away with him, and she's like, no, I can't. And he's like, oh, okay, goodbye. And then she just disappeared forever, I guess. Very emotional part of the anime. As long as you only let emotions happen and no logic. If you let logic happen, then it gets a little cheesy and a little stupid. So, gotta suppress the logic and just run on emotions for a little bit. Wasn't that a side story, dream, etc.? It was, when was it? Which arc was that in? It was when they were in the city. Was that the White Whale? White Whale arc? Possibly? Possibly White Whale arc. When he's like super depressed, lost all hope, broken mentally. I don't remember which arc that's in. But it's before he just absolutely just shreds his mental state. It's not the worst that it gets. You just watched a YouTube, talked about the white whale. Yeah, I really enjoyed. I'm not currently enjoying it because I'm not currently watching it. ReZero, the first 2 seasons. The first season much better than the second season. Second season still decent. But it's very good. I do recommend it. Main character, bit stupid. By a bit stupid, I mean he's the big dumb. Which is a turnoff for people. And I can't really argue with that. But I don't know. It's kind of relatable. I also am the big stupid. So it's nice to see a protagonist that kind of mirrors my stupidity. Less nice that it's so traumatic for him. Um, but you know, I'll be honest. I'm a fan of the kind of stupid, super clueless main character. Because that's literally me. Gotta look at overarching story plot. Yeah. It ReZero, I think it's got a decent overarching story plot. I'll be honest, I really like the like kind of side stories and whatnot in shows, like the fluff, the filler episodes, the side stories, because they fill out the world more. Like the side stories, the filler episodes. That's how you really get to know the dynamic between the characters. Like you get to build that mental relationship between the characters in the side stories and the filler episodes, and it's just not as impactful if you miss out on that. Beginning, middle, end. You gotta have some character development. Sometimes characters develop backwards. Characters undevelop. They get worse, which can be done very well. Like a good descent into madness. Everyone loves a good descent into madness. Death Note, masterpiece of descent into madness. I should go rewatch that sometime. There's so many things that I haven't watched. I can't be rewatching stuff yet. All right. Let's see. So, oh, that's the Google, the Windows search bar. I was about to like reach over and flick something off my screen, but there's a little like, what is that? A pen icon on the Windows search bar. I was gonna try to flick it off. Have I seen Overlord? I have, unless they've released a new season. actually, actually, actually. Hold on. Come here. Not Overlord, but we're gonna go back just a second. um, I don't know why Overlord reminded me that I had a ReZero figure, but Overlord movie. I haven't even heard of this in theaters. I'll have to go watch it. I always like supporting anime in theaters. The Witch, yes, yes, Echidna. The Jealous Witch. No, she's not. The Jealous Witch is Satella. Which witch is she? She's like the one that wants all the knowledge. I forgot her actual title. The Witch of Greed, perhaps. Only Japan. Oh my goodness, it's so disappointing. I want to watch anime in theaters here in America because goodness knows none of the regular theater movies are worth watching. Is she the witch that's connected to Subaru? Spoilers, kind of. I guess spoilers for anime that's been out for years. There's kind of more than one witch that's connected to him now. Satella is the one that is dealing with his whole save game deal, where whenever he dies traumatically, he comes back to life at his save spot. Um, Echidna was doing some other stuff for a while. In She was in season 2. Only thing we got was Gits first before Japan. Let's see what anime movies have shown in theaters. There's the Demon Slayer movie. I watched that one in theaters. Very good, very good. There was there was another movie that was in theaters that I intended to watch, but I missed it. What was it? My Hero Academia movie, I think? I don't think that one's in theaters anymore. I think I missed that one. I think there was something else too. Why? I forgot. I don't remember. The clown is connected to his mentor witch. Yes, the oh no, what is his name? I forgot his name. Yes, the crazy guy is connected to Echidna. The what is oh my goodness. What is her title? The Witch of Greed. The Witch of Greed. That's Echidna. The Witch of Greed. Yeah, so the the guy Mathers is also connected to Echidna, except Subaru, spoilers if you haven't watched it, kind of won her over. Ads! Quick, time to get some water. I'll be right back. I'm about to die of dehydration. Did I win? Did I beat the ads? Did I beat the ads? Almost? I'm back. I'm back. I ran to get water during the ads. Alright. Forgot what we were talking about. ReZero characters. Yeah, so Roswaal Mathers. The crazy guy. Crazy clown guy. Bunch of land. Some kind of lord. Connected to Echidna. Except Subaru won. It's pretty much like the whole season. He keeps reincarnating? Mathers? I don't remember if he keeps reincarnating. Yeah, no, he does. He does keep reincarnating, right? He's like reincarnating as his own son or something. Like like something weird like that. Possessing the next heir, something like that. I don't remember the details. It's been a while since I watched it. He's pretty crazy though. He also like pretty much lost all free will because he had some book. Last 3 generations? I don't remember. I just remember he's crazy. Maybe I should rewatch the first 2 seasons again in preparation for binging the 3rd season. I think the seasons for ReZero are just wildly long, aren't they? I think they're super long. Or not super long, like a huge amount of episodes. Oh, 25? Okay, season 2 is only 13. The first one was long. First one was like a double season. He's obsessed with releasing his mentor. Yeah, he's big simp. He's big simpin'. But too bad for him. He failed. He failed. Isn't that one of the witches? Yeah, so the witch that Mathers was obsessed with was is Echidna. Um Echidna really doesn't care at all about him. It's really the ideal simp relationship. Where she doesn't care at all about him and he's just committing war crimes to impress her. um and then there were a bunch of like side character witches. And then let's see. And there was Satella, who's kind of the main question mark witch, the jealous witch, the big bad according to the lore of the world. Except it feels like it's going to be a story that's like, oh, but she's just understood and crazy, but misunderstood. So, I don't know. I need to watch season 3 to figure that out, I guess. Who created Betty? That was Echidna. Um, Echidna created her as like a side project because she's greedy for knowledge and she wanted to know what would happen. Uh, and then she just like abandoned her and watched just because she was curious as to what would happen, which which sucks. But made for a pretty compelling story. Mm, makes sense. Yeah, usually the stories that suck the most are also the most compelling. So I guess things just suck. Yeah, Echidna was calling her an antagonist seems simplifying it a little too much, but she's the main antagonist of season 2. They're compelling. Yeah, it's true. There's nothing quite as compelling as trauma. Gotcha guns. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome. Nice, nice Glock. You like my Glock? Thanks. It's this is my not a Glock. I gotcha talked about it a little bit. Let me give you a shout out there. Anyone who is not following Gotcha, if you think guns are pretty cool, you should follow Gotcha. Gotcha has way cooler guns than I do. Even though I think my guns are neat, Gotcha has more goals. The leaflet charm is cute. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, so we've got our Nada Glock here in blue, 17L threaded length with leaflet charm because it's blue. It only makes sense. Rotax, thank you for the follow. Welcome. The message was Glock. Wait, what? Glock? Thank you. Thank you. I'm not going to try to pronounce that, but thank you for the follow. Very much appreciated. Not the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives. Astaroth K. Also, thank you for the follow. Welcome, everybody. Shotgun is shiny. It is shiny. It has to be shiny so that you can't notice everything that's wrong with it. S-Count and Gotcha are roommates. That's your theory? If we were roommates, you would probably see more similar guns. Because I think Gotcha is cool enough that if someone asked as a really cool roommate to borrow one for stream and took really good care of it, he might think about it. Can't both fit in the shipping container? Exactly. Like, the closest we could possibly be was neighbors. Which we're not, because I don't like the cold, and Gotcha's not a huge fan of the hot. So, there is that. Looks at Nautaglock. It's shiny. Yes. The Nautaglock, the shiny part is the barrel. We've got the extra shiny barrel. It's basically a mirror. But I guess we can introduce all the guns on the table. So we've got the Boberg up there, the fun bullpup pistol. We have the over-under shotgun that looks really fancy and cool, but it's just a Turkish sporter skeet shotgun, which, you know, it is nice, don't get me wrong, but it is the budget version of it. I could have multiple shipping containers connected. Bober, yeah, we got the Bober. Always, everyone should have a Bober. Problem is there's not enough of them to go around. And the new Bober is a Bond Arms, which is kind of cringe. And the last gun here, everyone's favorite. Everybody loves the Altor, especially with the suppressor that's longer than the gun. Bober is really cool. Totally not biased. Yeah, I need more. I need more Boberg. I need the 45 one, and I need the long barrel one. But this one is special because this one is low serial number. This one was the 52nd gun out of the factory, which is very cool. Nice mid double digit. definitely my lowest serial number gun, just in general. What if we put our shipping containers next to each other? Unless. I don't know, I think both me and Gotcha would have a problem. Gotcha more than myself would have the problem of if it's just a shipping container, it's gonna be pretty crowded with all the guns. Uh, gonna need a like one of those like half single beds to just lay on very still, so you don't run into guns while you're sleeping. The pocket pistol is a wand. You can't convince me otherwise. The only spell it does is Alakablam though, so it's I guess it's okay. Why do you why do you think you have to cuddle with them? True, it's true. And I still need to get the FN FS 2000 because it seems like the most cuddleable gun, and I have to experiment to determine scientifically that it is in fact the most cuddleable gun. No sleep, only guns. Sometimes, yes. Yes, sometimes. Gotcha, that's lewd. Yeah, they're raifus. It's okay. It's okay. They're raifus. You also need one of those FS 2000. The problem is every time I see an FS 2000 that I need, it's right after I spend money on something else. And well, I could buy it. I don't because I'm not trying to live in poverty. But at some point, I'm gonna crack. You need the OD green one. OD green. The OD green one is super rare, isn't it? I think I've only seen probably less than a handful OD green FS 2000s. Just Cerakote it. Just Cerakote it. AMD is more cuddleable. It has love handles. It has two love handles. It is true. But what if I put a angled grip and a grip pod on an AR? Then it has three handles, and I don't think it's a positive anymore. Has to be factory green. What? You don't want to Cerakote your gun that's starting out rare? I'm sure that Cerakoting a rare gun only adds to the value. You can match the factory green PS90 and 5.7. Oh, that's true. That's true. I always forget that the P90 comes in colors other than black. It doesn't anymore, does it? They're not currently making P90 in any colors besides black, I don't think. I think they discontinued other colors. I think it was FDE and OD green. Grip pod is -1. Grip pods are gun cancer. You gotta cut it off before it spreads. Green one hasn't been made in a long time. I saw the white ones. I thought the white ones were just a Cerakote though. I didn't think they were a white polymer. I could be wrong. Probably I'm wrong, but I thought it was just a coating. PSA had FDE 6 months ago. Yeah, so I've seen FDE P90s reasonably recently. It might have been the PSA ones. But the last time I saw an FDE PS90, it was definitely coated. It was definitely a Cerakote. Um, so I also am not a fan of Cerakote. It's polymer. You can color that. No need to Cerakote it. You can just dye the polymer. I do want a white AUG. Like probably the top of the colored guns that I want. I want a white AUG H bar. And I will have it eventually, sometime. When I get around to it. Most of them are painted. Polymer color ones are real chore to find. And a lot of the time, they don't say, like if you're browsing online, they don't say if it's the coated one or the dyed polymer one. Just super annoying. So you gotta either like call them and figure it out or try to find one in person. And if it's a used one, then it's usually kind of easy to tell if it's coated because it'll be wearing around the edges. Model numbers and stuff. Yeah. You gotta pull out the guntism to be sure you're getting the right thing. You have a white AUG. Good luck keeping it clean. I have I have heard that's an issue. But it vibes. It vibes so hard. How could you not, really? Yeah. And I feel like it wouldn't get too dirty if you didn't shoot it that often. I already have enough guns that I struggle to shoot any of them very often. You have yet to see someone that has not made that comment. I might not make that comment, but it will only be because I probably won't get around to shooting it very much. I do need I do need to go shoot guns this week because I scheduled a gun cleaning stream this Sunday, which originally it was going to be for cleaning a gun that I had ordered. Which is a whole story of why that's not going to be here now. Um, good, goodness sakes. I guess I can tell the story. Are range fees expensive? Range fees are kind of expensive. Luckily, I know quite a few people who work at ranges, so they hook me up with like free range passes and stuff fairly regularly, which is pretty nice, especially in the middle of summer. I don't want to go shooting outside when it's 108 degrees, 80% humidity. But the gun that's not going to be here. I ordered this gun, right? When you order a gun, you have to have it shipped to an FFL. That's how the laws work. You got to do the background check and all that stuff to get your gun. So I ordered a gun. Looking at the FFLs that they had on file. In the FFLs, they didn't have the one I would rather use. And I was feeling pretty lazy, which was my first mistake. My first mistake is I was feeling pretty lazy. And so there was a Cabela's. I was like, oh, that's close. I haven't been to Cabela's in a while. I can stop by, look at what they have. Sometimes, usually not, but sometimes they have stuff. Cabela's, yeah, Cabela's big oof, big oof. You can see where it started going bad. um, so I was lazy. I was like, yeah, let's ship it to Cabela's, whatever. I can get it there. Who cares? I also got suckered into a Cabela's credit card forever ago, and so I get discounted transfer fees, which discounts it down to slightly more expensive than everywhere else. Uh, did Cabela's put my gun on the rack and sell it to some random Joe? We're getting there. Hold on. Patience, patience, young one. Um, so, I get the shipping, got all the shipment confirmations. I'm watching the tracking number, of course. So the tracking number originally showed it was supposed to get here today. So, okay. That was what, like last week. It said it was supposed to get here today, so I was just waiting on the edge of my seat, excited for my new toy, my new thing. Uh, and yesterday morning, I checked the tracking information just for kicks and giggles, and it said it was delivered 2 days before yesterday, so on Saturday. It said it was delivered on Saturday. And so I was like, oh, delivered early. Very nice. Hopefully I can go pick this up today. And so called Cabela's to ask if my gun was ready to be picked up. Because I'm kind of the monkey customer who's gun pickup, please. Except I did call them. I didn't just show up and expect to be there. Well, I tried to call them and not just show up and expect to be there. I called them, no answer. Okay, maybe they're busy, short-staffed, whatever. Waited like 2 hours, called them again, no answer. Okay, maybe they're busy, maybe short-staffed. Waited another 2 hours, called them, no answer. Maybe they're busy, maybe they're short-staffed. I called them 5 times yesterday. I called them 5 times yesterday. Not a single person answered the phone. Like, well, these guys should have my gun. But they're not answering their phone. Today rolls around. Call them again. No answer. Call them again. No answer. Call them again. Finally, someone picks up the phone. Literally 8 calls before someone picked up the phone. 8 calls over 2 days, mind you. It wasn't 8 calls like right in a row. It's 8 calls spread out over 2 days. Someone picks up the phone. Like what? FFL transfers? Intermediary transfers? Third-party transfers? What's that? Excuse me. Excuse me. They're shooting my gun. Probably shooting it in their back room or something. So they didn't know that they did third-party transfers. First of all, big red flag there. When you have a gun shipped somewhere and they don't know that they're supposed to be transferring. But come to find out, this gun, strange gun, I can't give too many spoilers as to what it is. Strange gun. They shipped it back. They opened it up, didn't want to deal with it, and shipped it back. But, hello? Excuse me, it's your job to deal with this kind of stuff. You can't just put it back in the box. Oh my, time to pay 2 times it, yeah. So now I'm probably gonna have to pay shipping again. Once it actually gets back to where it's coming from, which is probably gonna take forever. They probably shipped it like USPS snail mail or something. They couldn't give me a tracking number for the return shipment, which is really nice. So love that. But by the time I got an answer, it was too late to call where the gun originally came from and get a hold of someone there. Ugh, this whole thing. Oh my gracious. All because I was feeling a little lazy. Didn't want to call my FFL and have them send their FFL off to somewhere for a transfer. Moral of the story, kids. Don't be lazy. Also avoid Cabela's. Because they not only don't care about you, they actively dislike you. They should pay for that? What, Cabela's? That would be nice. If only. If only. Of course they can, as evidenced by the fact that's exactly what they did. Yeah. These absolute hooligans. Derogatory. We're just like, I don't want to deal with this strange gun. Return to sender. Like, ugh. Absolute nightmare I'm dealing with. This is a gun I was waiting forever for too. I ordered this gun like probably like 2 months ago. Finally got this shipping. Finally arrived and they're like, yeah, don't want to deal with this. Return to sender. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. They're listed as FFL transfers. They're liable. Maybe. Very possibly. But also, even if I had legal standing to do something, like Cabela's Bass Pro, massive company, undoubtedly huge lawyer team, don't want to deal with it, honestly. Like I just want my gun. I'm not trying to start drama. Like just give me my stuff. I'll pay shipping again. I just want my stuff. Did Cabela's confirm that they were receiving the gun for me when I placed the order? It's true. Yes, they did. Yes. Yes, they did. This happened to you with an FFL? They sent it back by accident and they paid for both the shipping as an apology? Interesting. Interesting. Yeah, that's not what happened to me. They basically were like, oh, sucks. Sucks. Goodbye. Bench time. Have a good stream. Good night. Sleep well. Keep your guns warm. Tuck them in. Kiss them good night. They're just creating more content for me. True. Excuse me, Mr. Cabela. My streamer asked for no pickles. Yeah, unfortunately, Mr. Cabela died. Mr. Cabela is dead. That's why Bass Pro owns Cabela's now. Bass Pro, the one with the pyramid? Yep, that's the ones. That's the ones. But a Mr. Cabela. I never personally met him, but I have a friend who used to work under Mr. Cabela. I don't remember his first name. It's like Dick Cabela or something. His first name was just Mister, probably. Um, John Cabela. Yes, John Cabela. Um, but apparently he was a super cool guy. Uh, and apparently not horrible. And I have been assured that John Cabela would be rolling in his grave knowing what awful place his store has become. Almost happened to you when you used a kitchen table FFL to transfer your set me? Like someone's home FFL? That's always pretty sketchy. Only use someone's home FFL if you know them personally. In my personal, non-professional professional opinion. At least look into their store policy. Not necessarily legal. Just see if you can get them to pay for their screw up. I mean, they footed the bill for shipping it back. They at least didn't ask me to pay for that. But yeah, I'm probably gonna have to pay for secondary shipping fee. Which, I mean, it's annoying. I got a pretty decent deal on the gun, so I'll pay the secondary fee. The second shipping fee. That electrician mentioned that Pyramid has a story in its own lore. It's probably they probably like built it on some burial ground. They had to raise all the tombs so that they could harvest their souls for their business. Because all their employees lost their souls, so they had to get extras. Built on an ancient NBA stadium. Wait, actually, is that true? That very well could be true. A sports stadium, you've already got a lot of the infrastructure for something like that anyways, so that would make sense actually. You got your RDB from a house FFL? Let you pet his dogs, so it was worth it. Definitely worth it for sure. And I'll be honest, I have been tempted, not like super tempted. I have been tempted to start a home FFL and just like sell to family and friends. Because I mean, I've worked in gun shops for a while. Like, I can do it reasonably easily. The problem is then I would have to deal with the ATF at my house, and that's a pretty big deal breaker right there. Does the ATF issue those out anymore? Yeah, they do. Yeah, you can still apply for a home-based business FFL. I think there's a few more hoops you have to go through to get to it. Like you have to have like a official, like a licensed business and all that stuff. As long as local zoning does not cause problems. True. That as well. The home FFL also had a dog. Guy and dog were nice, but it was a terrible experience up to that point. Oh no. At least he had a dog. A dog big plus. Makes up for it a little bit. They stopped home FFL in 2021? Did they? Interesting. I don't know. Maybe that's why you have to go through the process to have an official like business licensure to get it, because then it's technically your business and not a home FFL. That might be it. It might be just a home-based business, but still a business FFL. I need to go look into it again. I looked into it a while ago when I was tempted to do it. It's probably like 2 years ago. But you had to like have your own like business entity name, have like either your whole house or a section of your house set as in the actual like business front. It's like you could like you could set in the paperwork the garage specifically is my business front. The rest of it's not my business. So then like the ATF can only search your business, right? But you do have to keep all of your business property in the business. So any firearms owned by the business would have to be in the garage that you set aside for your business. And I don't know, it's a whole bunch. I am not a lawyer. Do not take any of this as legal advice. But I think that's how it works. Pretty sure. That's correct. Your friend has a business and runs FFL from his home. He just recently got reapproved this last year. Very nice. You have to have a separate non-residential location. Yeah, so my understanding is it doesn't, like, you have to designate a location, but it can literally be like a room in your house or like an attached garage or something. Like, it doesn't really have to be a separate location. It just has to be a specific designatable location. So like if you've got like a house with like a if you got that money and you got a house with like a 2-car and a 1-car garage, you'd be like, and specifically the 2-car garage is my FFL business, and then you can run your business out of your 2-car garage. And then I don't know, I guess you just like roll open the garage and sit there and do your family and friends FFLs. And FFLs, 4473s. Talking. I can do that sometimes. But I believe that is how it works. To the best of my knowledge. There'll be a quiz on this tomorrow. Multiple choice. Gotta get up in the morning. Gross. Me too, actually. I don't know what time it is. Oh, it's only 1:30. That's plenty of time. Plenty of time. Requirements for the home: cameras, deadbolts, bolted safe. Yeah. So, see what other requirements I remember. So there was like the secured safe, or you can do like a safe room, but it does have to be some kind of locking area, and all of the stuff has to be able to fit into it. So like if you have a 6-gun safe, then all of your FFL firearms have to be able to fit in that. In case, because ATF defers to state local laws when deciding whether to issue license. Yeah, that's when you get into the local stuff, and because some localities don't allow you to run a business out of your home, and so areas like that, not gonna be able to do it. But other than that, I can't think of any state local laws that would necessarily prevent it. That might just be because I'm not very imaginative. There's probably some. Hopefully your new gun arrives next week. Hopefully, hopefully. Mine too. Or whenever they get around to it again. An FFL your dad went through before, but you don't think operates anymore? Rented a literal broom closet at a business park? Nah, that's fantastic. I feel like it's something I would do. Except like mostly as a meme. And then I would probably end up regretting it. Like 2 months in. That you're required to be able to lock up the guns. There's not a requirement to actually lock them up. Yeah, you have to be able to. You don't have to do it. How do I put a can on a single shot? What? What do you mean, how do I put a can on a single shot? A single shot is going to be much quieter with a can than a semi-auto. Because you don't have any action noise. See, if I put the suppressor on this one, even if I'm shooting like super quiet subsonic ammo, you get the slide moving real fast, being real noisy. This one, when I shoot this one, no action noise. Absolutely silent. Well, I mean, there's still explosions going off in here. But you got no action noise. This is the perfect assassin pistol. Besides maybe like the Welrod. You got no action noise. Giant suppressor. Pretty low fire rate because you got to reload after every shot. throws potato. But you don't have any rebuttals for that. Argument's too good. Impenetrable argument. Clearly. Yes. Non-semi-auto guns, very good for suppression. Well, slightly better for suppression. Welrod on a budget. We are on a very tight budget here. This is the dollar store Welrod, except the suppressor was a little bit expensive. The Huxworks Rad. Yes, this is a modular suppressor. So this is the long version. You can also, oh, that was not tight enough. You can shorten this suppressor. Sounds very nice. Excuse me while I dump everything out. We got our baffles. We've got our baffles falling out. Reassemble short suppressor. And now the suppressor's like the same length as the gun. There we go. Look at that. Now it looks not quite. Now it's not quite as eye-catching. Get a head to bed. Glad got you rated. Have a good stream. Yes. Good night. Sleep well. And yes, thank you again to Gotcha, who's already gone to bed. Thank you again for the raid. Much appreciated. I need to make suppressor long again. Also, it makes me, even though I know this is unloaded with a snap cap in it, makes me slightly uncomfy to just hang out with my hand in front of the suppressor. Not as squeaky as it usually is, which is very nice. Usually this is just horribly squeaky. Suppressor assembly ASMR. There we go. Now that's a suppressor. I've not actually shot this gun suppressed. So all of my big talk about it being very quiet suppressed, well, in theory, is definitely true. Is unpracticed. So it is only a theory so far. Desk pop? No, we're not doing desk pops. The only time desk pops may be considered is if I ever get one of those bullet catchers that they use in like a manufacturer. If I get one of those giant bullet catchers, maybe we can do desk pops someday. I'm not buying one, but if for some reason I ever had one of those, then desk pops may be on the menu. But I'm not about to fire rounds into my drywall. No. Do we add the bullet catcher to Throne? I don't know how much those cost. Probably a ridiculous amount. Oh, only $3,200. That's not bad. $3,200? Ugh. Ouch. Just slam the back of my hand on the desk because I'm lifting it up. You can build them pretty easily for cheap. I don't know if I trust myself enough to build one. I don't I don't think I trust myself enough to build one. And if I buy a pre-made one, then it comes with the guarantee that if somehow the bullet escapes and goes through drywall, then it's their fault. Which seems like a very good idea. Because I very much don't want to deal with that. There we go. We can get the lightning powder handgun bullet catcher chamber. For only $3,283.50. Plus shipping, probably. There's also like bullet clearing traps, but I don't know if I trust those for like repeated rounds. The clearing traps are what they have at like ranges and gun shops to like put the gun in case someone like has a gun that's doing bad and it might accidentally go off. That's what they use. I'm not sure how well those stand up to repeated shots. And if I'm gonna have something literally in my in my home, I need something I can trust 100% all the time, absolutely. Oh. But oh, I'm getting tired. Everyone else is going to bed. I might actually have to go to bed here too. I've only been streaming for 2 hours though. I did start very late today. It was there. I think I remember seeing a video I wanted to watch on stream. I think I said, oh yes. Oh yes. Oh yes, there was. Yes, there was a video that I wanted to watch. The new stupid HK carry pistol. We got a video on it. And it's muted. Well, I unfortunately have to listen to this again, but you get to listen to it for the first time.
Hello everybody, and welcome back to another tactical ASMR video. If you're new here.
Tactical ASMR video? Tactical ASMR video? I can do that. I can do that. Hello everybody. Welcome back to the X-Counts Tactical ASMR. Okay. Enough of that. None of that today. Gun itself doesn't seem bad. I guess. But it could have been better.
Austin! Hey, Austin! You won't believe what I got. HK USA just released the CC9. It's crazy. I'll come in. Austin, you won't believe what I got, dude. Check it out. HK USA CC9. I can't believe those bastards finally did it. They finally made a subcompact pistol that holds 12 rounds, has a micro dot, has ability for a flashlight. It is the future.
I don't know, that pistol is about as cool as
more ASMR. do we need an ASMR stream goal? Is that what we need? ASMR stream goal? Tactical ASMR?
Tactical ASMR videos.
Well, if you don't buy this, then we don't get the MP7, okay? And I want an MP7.
You literally carry a USP compact, and it's way cooler.
You got me there. Have you ever been excited for H&K USA to reach out to your inbox via email, telling you about a new firearm they're releasing?
My voice is good for it.
Only to find out that they sent me
Thank you.
The CC9.
I appreciate it. Did anyone notice
Have you ever been excited
the subtlety of this roast?
for H&K USA to reach out to your inbox via email, telling you about a new firearm they're releasing? Well, I have, only to find out that they sent me the CC9.
It's like a disappointed dad. There's so much potential in this gun. And then they made a Taurus.
All right, real quick, got a few of the 12 rounders loaded up with a hodgepodge of ammo that I had, like a little, what is it, like, what are the things, like a trail mix? Like a trail mix of ammo.
I have one of those.
Is it a potpourri? I got 147 grain Fat Bastards from Badlands, Jello shots, G9, external copper hollow points.
My menagerie of ammo is not all 9mm though.
Just all mixed in, so we'll see what happens.
It's
Spoiler,
just a bucket
probably
of random
nothing.
ammo.
Who knows?
I should do something about it.
Nothing. No issues whatsoever. When you just look at it. Gentlemen, if I'm being brutally honest, when it comes to my caring about these micro subcompact pistols, generally they wouldn't be worthy of an entire video in amongst themselves, especially on the main channel. I've done smaller pistol videos on the second channel, but the second channel has been now more repurposed for podcasts.
Hey. I have that suppressor right here. I have that suppressor right here. This suppressor? That suppressor? It's right here.
So when it comes to something like the HK-CC9, I have very low interest in it. And the only reason I even agreed to go over it was because of the name H&K. I am one of the guys that would be considered an HK fan.
Gotta get that name brand
because I'm talking
clickbait.
I like a lot of the HK products. I like a lot of the legacy products. I like a lot of the historical stuff that goes into the H&K name and zeitgeist. However, there's a lot of products from HK that I don't really care for, and it had to do with their import legislation back with H&K over in Germany. So HK USA comes out and they say that they're going to start bringing a lot more products that the American consumer wants. The common thing for years was give us MP7,
cautiously optimistic about
and hell, we might
HK
get an
USA.
MP7 down the road. What they dropped first, though, was this CC9. I think they're, at this time of filming, dropping a MR556 rifle. Okay, that's cool, I guess, if you're one of those guys that really wants one of those. When it comes to CC9, I was not one of the people that was like,
whoa, guys, H&K did it. They finally did it. They brought another micro compact pistol, double stack gun to the market.
I don't care.
I just aggressively don't care about it.
I don't really care about this. If I'm being brutally honest, didn't care. I saw it and I thought it was kind of ugly, and it wasn't the cool HK that I know them for. Now they have like one pistol in particular.
I hope that his attitude stays like this. I like that HK reached out to him to make a video on this gun, and he's just roasting him the whole time. This is what gun YouTubers should be doing. They're all too cowardly.
Particular that I just don't also care about, and that would be the VP9. And that and this apparently share some similarities, especially with the trigger system. Okay, cool. Hey, sir, I don't have any spare change. Get back! It helps if you point your light at the target. Who goes there?
Points light as ceiling.
Gentlemen, when I got this CC9 from HK USA, they sent me a holster that didn't have the weapons light compatibility, so it makes me revert back to an offhand light, using an offhand light from Modlite. Now, I have staked my life on Modlite before. I think they are a fantastic product, and I am a big fan. Now, they're having a Black Friday, Cyber Monday sale. You're gonna get 20% off the products that you want to snag,
does not have
which
the
is a
paddle
good time
mag
to get a
release.
Modlite. Yes, they are expensive, but the quality is worth
also
it. I have used Modlites
don't
on not
like
just
that it
handheld
doesn't
stuff,
have the
but a plethora of my guns. And
paddle
I
release.
can't stress enough, I'm a big fan. I like the throw, the output. Probably my favorite
Except
is the OKW
for the opposite
just
reason
that
that
massive
Gotcha
throw you can
does.
get, and I dig them. So I encourage you to go check them out. After using this, shooting in a bit with
that paddle mag release. Here, this is the compact gun we've got right here. Oh, this got a very wide grip. So my grip on a gun, I have very long thumbs, right? Like this is a pretty, hang on, pretty wide grip there. But my thumb, where that mag release sits, is right in the soft part of my thumb. So I've got to like pull my thumb back, press that. Paddle mags are right in they're in the perfect spot to just wiggle my thumb on. Just perfect. Now Gotcha wants to be able to like do it on this side, which is terrible. because my finger's gonna stick out to the end of the barrel. And that's just awful. But the paddle release is just perfect. It's it's perfect. Holy moly, them thumbs be long. I've got Slender Man hands. Like this is, it looks like a small keyboard, but this area of the keyboard is standard size. But like I can almost hit backspace and left control at the same time. Like I can touch them both. I just can't press them both. I can comfortably hit Windows and backspace at the same time. I do got them long fingers. Back to
Badlands
Back to
ammo,
admins,
47 grain fat
sponsors.
bastards. Mainly the main ammo that we use throughout the entire thing, and they're the ammo sponsor of the channel. Local Arizona guys, go check them out. Let them know that I sent you. I appreciate those guys very much. They're very good shooters.
I
and they
like
have
paddle
the
mag
farmer's
releases 'cause my
market
thumb is too
quality
long.
ammo. They're not a massive ammo manufacturer. They're homegrown.
Like the
baby.
HK
Support the
Mark
local
23.
homegrown guys. Especially if you're in Arizona.
Perfect
it pays
size
you.
pistol.
So mainly running 147 grains through the gun. Nothing significant. When I was running a hodgepodge of ammo just from a bunch of leftover
It's
9
funny,
mil,
same
had one
solution works so
malfunction.
well for both too
Checked
big
around, actually. One
and too
malfunction
small
throughout the entire
hands.
process. Probably put a few hundred
It's
rounds
true.
through it. Nothing crazy.
It's true.
Just a very
It works perfectly, and yet here they are, not doing that. It's perfect, and then they're just not gonna do it. Just it's the same thing everyone else does. Ridiculous.
light break-in period. Now, when it comes to concealability, gun very comfortable.
I don't have one. But here we're stopping the video again. Stopping the video again. Let's see. There we go. There's a good picture. So the HK mag release, I can press that with the hand that I also pull the trigger with. I don't actually own an MP5, SP5, or a clone. Need to fix that at some point. But I can press this button. I can press this button with my pointer finger. Comfortably. Alright, back to video. Mag release on roller delays are quite neat.
Even when it's
They
on
are.
your
They
person,
are.
my silhouette of having this with this style of shirt, you really can't see it, you really can't tell. There's no sort of printing, so if you're a printing conscious person, even though people don't
If
really
someone
notice,
is wearing this kind of shirt, it doesn't matter if they're printing or not. Just assume they are carrying a gun. At least one.
there was an example of Henry Cavill in New York Times Square wearing a Superman shirt underneath a billboard of him as Superman, and no one noticed. So people are usually
Gray
pretty
man.
self-absorbed unless it's
Yeah,
like another
this
gun
is
guy
the
that
gray
sees
man
you
shirt.
and you're wearing some sort of like Vortex shirt and you have a giant bulge in your pants, like up here at waistline, not the other bulge. Then they may notice. Sus, dude.
You gay, bro?
We call this area the purchase. Whatever, if you're going back at the carry, front of the carry, hey, you're a grown adult. You know how to carry your gun. We're gonna purchase that firearm. All right, even though you already own it, you're gonna purchase it and you're gonna engage the rapscallions. Did you see that? Now, that was just one shot. They're not that great at dispatching a threat lethally. So that's one thing you gotta consider is you're gonna wanna give them more or less. Or go for the dome, all right? Take my course. God dang it, dude.
I'd
There's
take
always
his
a
course.
plane.
I'd take his course.
Always a plane. Don't they know we're filming? Now, when it does come to the gun itself, gentlemen, I will say that it is of HK quality.
I
The
need
gun
some
is
land
fully
like that.
ambidextrous. You have a double-stack
Just go
12-round
shoot 'em.
magazine, optics
Film videos,
compatibility,
maybe?
option for a weapon light, even though I don't have one on here. But gun's fully ambidextrous, mag release, slide release, and the takedowns on the left side of the
Man
gun.
has changed
the gun
his
is
look.
like
Now
the
he's the
width
goat.
of my thumb.
I'm
very
a big
nice and
fan.
slim.
Big fan of Admin.
It does the job. So it kind of does look like a Taurus, though. When you
I kinda
compare
like
them
him when he
I
was
picked
still
it up from
masked.
the gun store. I was like,
Oh, they're. I think it really looks like the Taurus GX4. This is the G3. The GX4 is like identical because it has the same like single finger groove.
hey, let me see that Taurus, and I put them side by side, and I was like, ah, yeah, there it is, dude.
I'm the
There
goat.
it is.
Excuse
I
me.
really wish that H&K
Wait, hold
USA
on.
would just give us like an updated
No.
USB-C, maybe even like a micro
thank you.
USB-C. I don't know why. I think that would be sick, mainly
Yes,
because
I
those
did go
older
through a
guns.
model
Now on the
change.
pistol grip, got a finger groove. Some guys love it, some guys hate it. I think it works out for the
So,
micro guns when getting
I'm
that
a little-
leverage of
I'm a
that
little
middle
less
finger to
winky
cinch
looking.
down on the frame. You do have some like built-in frame stippling for a contact point. I don't really like using those.
Gotta move down
On my
the
hand
VTuber
placement was fun
pipeline.
in trying to gauge it.
You
maybe
either go
shifting
to
the gun
femboy
over,
or you
could
go
just be a
to
training
JoJo
thing.
character.
So in general, I usually float
And I
between
chose to
two
head
sides
towards
of the spectrum
JoJo
when it
character.
comes to like the micro carry gun, where it's like, oh, you know, micro carry 9mm, probably all that you need realistically if you live in a safe area of
Hey,
town.
only a little,
or
though.
it's like it floats over
Okay.
to like, no, you should probably have a full-size
little,
handgun. So
a
if
little.
that day does come where you need to rely on it, that you just have
That was
that
a
much
bat.
more quality assurance of your round
Yes,
placement. So
I am a
kinda
bat.
float in between those two trains
Kind
of
of.
thought. So
Vampire.
this is the main target we've been shooting at with the CC9.
Vampires and
I will
bats are
give it
similar.
props. So for the slight movement I was doing for pushing it back to about 20, 25 yards, haven't thrown any shots yet, and why I bring that up is because with subcompact
Still
pistols,
twink?
I typically
What?
suck. I find them not that pleasant to shoot.
What?
I will give it to it.
Just 'cause
The
I don't
gun
have
feels
sausage
pretty
fingers
accurate.
doesn't mean I'm a twink.
It's doing good. This is survivable. This isn't. This is survivable. This isn't.
You bet I
People will
sparkle
say
in the
that's
sunlight.
silly. But to those people, I
I
say
glow in
you're
the dark.
silly.
It's just because I'm so
So you
white.
already have a dot on top for more accurate aim shots, but the lethality shot comes in because now you can aim over the side of the slide.
There's not enough. What? No, we don't. I'm not gonna
It's
glisten
an
in the
enhanced
sunlight.
method of point shooting. Take my course. But I will say, for me, when it comes to like
maybe-
the pistol
maybe,
shooting skills,
like,
shooting the sub-micro
I'm
guns,
really
the
sweaty.
quality
That's
is
not specific
there
to
as far as shot
vampires.
placement, speed,
Regular people get
accuracy,
sweaty and
as in
glisten a little
compared
bit.
to more full-size handguns like a Glock 19 or a Glock 17 size
I don't-
gun,
I don't
and then all
look
those different
bedazzled
categories
in the
main
sunlight.
compass. Typically, with a gun like this, in my head,
freaking
it's like, yeah, you may be
Twilight.
carrying a
Out
comfy
here blaspheming
subcompact Micro
vampires.
9, but when it comes to being
Ridiculous.
proficient and lethal with it, you're gonna have to spend that much more time at the range to say match the skill level that you would be at with a more full-size handgun. At least that's for someone like me. You may be a wizard with the subcompact micro gun. More power to you. God bless you. Now, an important aspect of any pistol review has to be how well does the gun throw. If you've ever been doing any sort of actual gun-fighting or force-on-force, you know that when your gun goes completely dry, you have one last projectile. I threw the gun too high. Jeez, dude. You threw the gun too high for the bit. Now you have to climb up Lead Mountain. What sort of shenanigans are we running here? Remember, switching to your secondary is always faster than reloading. Gentlemen, if you enjoy the content we do here, I'd encourage you to like and subscribe. Stick around. I got a Baker rifle that needs a video, and
Excuse me. You can't just casually pull out the most Chad loadout ever. Except for the gun. Could use a better handgun, better sidearm. Just gonna casually pull up with a black powder long rifle.
you're gonna want to see it because the Baker rifle is really
He's not
cool. Mainly because I love
Switching
to
to your
show sharp.
sidearm definitely
All I know is
faster
out to fight.
in this situation.
That's all. The only big reason why you should probably get one is
Back up a second. How far? How far are we backing up?
climb up Lead Mountain.
Too far.
What sort of shenanigans are we
I hope
running?
there's a powdered wig involved too. With admin, I would be surprised if there's not at some point.
Switching to your secondary is always faster than reloading. Gentlemen, if you enjoy the content
They only
we
have
do
4
here, I
shots.
encourage you to like
4
and
round
subscribe.
magazine.
Stick around. I got a Baker rifle that
ultra
needs a
compliant
video,
magazine.
and you're gonna want to see it because the Baker rifle is really cool. Mainly because I love the show Sharp.
All I know is how to fight.
That's all. The only big reason why you should probably get one is so that we can expedite the process of getting the MP7.
Buy one so you give HK money.
The round is not great at putting people down, but I just think the gun is so freaking cool. And if this is the stepping stone that we have to step on to get there, then so help me God, we have to get CC. I'm gonna go out and buy 9 CC9s so we can get the MP7 and the G36 and the UMP. I don't want to have to deal with no
the G36
conversions.
and the UMP.
I just want to go and buy an HK
those are the ones I
product,
want.
how it should be, how God intended. Lost my cool there for a second. So I wanted to keep the review a little bit shorter in conjunction with how small the gun is because it's funny. I don't know. So to put a nice bow on all of this, did I care about the
What? Feet. He loves sharps. It's Jover canceled. How dare he? At least it's a black powder sharps. The cartridge conversions ones are okay too. You thought he actually shot the Taurus there instead of HK? They look incredibly similar. Like, unnervingly similar. Taurus probably should sue HK for stealing their design.
CC9? No. Was I excited that HK USA exists now? Yes. Did they make a good product with the CC9? I'd say yes. Objectively looking at it, how it's shot, how accurate it was, the quality that goes into HK.
But is it a modular
R&D,
FCU?
I would say yes. They spent years working on this thing from everything I was seeing, so
I don't
it
know.
better be a good product. Is
Negative
it going
points.
to make waves
No
on the
modular
market?
fire control unit.
I doubt it, unless you're like an H&K cultist where you have to go
Made
get
in
every
Brazil.
H&K
Really
product,
small
and
print
that's
somewhere.
where I really see it. I still think it's a good gun. Would I have gone out of my way to get this gun? Probably not. Now, there's a few reasons why. Big one is I would have rather have taken that money and applied it to a more
It would have been a good
historically
bid.
significant
If-
firearm.
if
for
he
the
did
collection.
sneak a Taurus,
That's mainly
like,
why.
into one
I
or two
have
of the,
subcompact
like,
9s in the
B-roll
collection. Why would I need
footages.
another one? It's very redundant, and to me, pistols
That would
aren't
be-
that
that would be
exciting.
wonderful.
If you want to
I
support
would
the channel in any way,
appreciate
shape,
that
or
a
form,
lot.
guys, I'd encourage you to check out some merchandise. I do have a Patreon, but I would encourage you
Is
to go
it
hit up
Glock
the box.
Perfection?
Probably more
No.
bang for your buck than just
It's
my
Glock
Patreon.
Adequacy.
Exclusive content there from a bunch of other creators, as well as early
Glock adequacy. Perhaps the TV show. Horrifically, historically inaccurate. The titular. Goodness sakes. We got titular character instructs soldiers to literally spit bullets down their barrels to reload faster. I've not heard of spitting on the like actual black powder balls when doing muzzle loading, but I've heard of people spitting on like a 4570 cartridge to put it in the like a falling block sharps rifle, the breech loading cartridge firing ones. I've heard of that before, which sure, I guess. I mean, other than the lead poisoning that you get from licking the rounds, it's probably not awful. Lewd, yeah, you gotta give it that good hook tour before you stuff it in. He teaches them to hold the bullet in their mouth, spit it down the barrel after pouring in the powder. I mean, it would work, I guess. It doesn't seem like it'd be more efficient than just putting the bullet in there. Because instead of just taking the time to put the bullet into the barrel, you just have to take the time to put the bullet in your mouth. And then you assume that I'm coordinated enough with my mouth to be able to get the bullet in there good. So much for keep your powder dry. If you can huck Tua hard enough on a 45-70 to make the powder wet enough to not work, I would be impressed. Or the black powder, like muzzleloader one. Either way, if you can huck Tua enough down there to get the powder to not go off, I'd just be impressed. Difference between spitting and spitting, like watermelon seeds. It's only a difference if you let there be a difference. I want to see loogies fly when you're spitting that watermelon seed. No, I don't. No, I don't. That's awful and disgusting, and I don't want to see that at all. I have regrets. Degenerate. Well, can't argue that one. I am an anime guy on the internet, so I guess that checks out. But I'm not that kind of degenerate. I'm a different kind of degenerate. Like the kind of degenerate that makes it hard to tell your family about your hobbies at Thanksgiving dinner. Keep in mind, you load the bullet after priming the Friesen. So one slip of the hammer while spitting and the gun gives you head back. Oh, that is true. I didn't even think of that. That's probably not a great idea. Probably not a great idea. Yes, it's not wonderful to lose a couple fingers. But you know what it's better than? A face full of black powder shot. There's so much wrong with what Matilda just said, even if the movie isn't good. Load the bullet after priming the Friesen. Does the order of operation on that actually matter? I think you're probably more likely to prime the Friesen after you load the bullet, right? I feel like you're more likely to dump the powder out of the Friesen. Most people prime the pan last. I think so. That would make more sense logically, thinking through the process. As part of the cocking process, you load the bullet first, then the powder. I've never done much black powder shooting, so a little out of my area of expertise, if you can call it that. Calling anything I know expertise seems a little generous. You're not saying the show didn't do that? You're saying logically? The show may well have done that. I mean, if they're dumping bullets down the barrel with their teeth, like, not outside the realm of possibility. Oh, I didn't even notice. I didn't even notice. Load the bullet first, then the powder. I read that and I was like, oh, yeah, okay, makes sense. Yeah, you put the powder in the freezer and after the bullet. Yeah, all right. And if you're doing one of those like experimental, no, there were some production ones. The runaway black powder machine guns. Then you load powder, bullet, powder, bullet, powder, bullet, powder, bullet. Those were kind of neat. The order of operation when using historically correct paper cartridge is half cock, rip open paper, prime freezing, dump rest powder down barrel, insert patch, insert bullet, ram, full cock, fire. Hey, you gotta kind of tease the cock. You don't go full all the way. You go half cock, and then you go full cock a little bit later. Yeah, with a pre-measured paper cartridge, that kind of makes sense. Kind of. Yes, with pre-measured powder. You thought bullet was part of the paper cartridge, and use the cartridge of paper as the patch. So I know there were some breech loading paper cartridges that worked like that. There were also paper cartridges that were like a cartridge that you'd basically like disassemble as you stuffed it down the barrel. But there were also like breech loading paper cartridges back in the day. Yeah, if you got like the pre-measured little paper packages of powder, then it would make sense that you like put a little bit in the freezing and then just dump the rest down the barrel. So you'd have to be careful not to like bump your freezing. Using cartridge paper as patch seems efficient. It does. It seems way more efficient. And I'm sure there's no reason you couldn't do it in a pinch. It's gonna blow all the stuff out of the barrel anyways. Typically half cock locks the hammer. Accidents happen too. Yeah. And usually at half cock, it's not going to have enough momentum to fire anything off, even if the hammer does drop. Either on a black powder hitting the steel with the flint, or on a modern gun dropping a half cock hammer. It shouldn't. It probably will still light strike though. Which you definitely don't want a light strike going off anywhere in a direction that towards you or anyone else. So think back. You don't think Brits used patches at the time? You have to read back up on it, bend a bit. Glorping the light strike. It's like Russian roulette, except one of the primers is just not quite as hard as the other ones. Like, they're all loaded, but one of the primers just isn't quite to spec on the hardness. You know, the British not using patches would make sense for the era. That was back when people would stand in lines and shoot at each other. So losing the patch saves you a little bit of time in the reload. Decreases your accuracy, but you know, you're standing like 20 feet away from the guy you're shooting at. And we do know that the British Army was not terribly accurate. From many Revolutionary War accounts, because the Americans had way more accurate riflemen. Partly because the British were using their mass-produced, low-quality, just muskets, and the Americans were actually using rifles. Also, we hid behind trees. That's true. But that is also what led to accuracy actually mattering. Like for the British Army for a long time, it didn't matter. Like if they weren't perfectly accurate, like the guy's like, bro, he's like right there. But now that guy he ran away and now he's hiding behind a tree. Now I gotta aim? What is this? It's not fair. British muskets more accurate than we often think. But a musket, even a good musket's not going to be as accurate as like a mid-tier rifle. Up to 100 yards away, they're fairly accurate. Accurate enough. Yeah, accurate enough. Nowhere near as good as a rifle, but not bad. Yeah, but the way the way that the Americans were fighting, you need near as good or better. You know, line up in the field and get shot at a bunch of dudes hiding in the bushes. A minute of man is all you need. It's all you need, but it may not be all you want. You don't remember what people tested them out to? There, on the American side, there were also some like pretty interesting experimental rifles too that were very accurate. Like they had like actual like polygonal and hexagonal like shaped rifling, and they would actually load polygonal and hexagonal bullets into the said rifling, and apparently it was wildly accurate and also incredibly expensive for the time. That was your rich guy sharpshooter kind of rifle, but neat for the time. With 500 guys firing at once with staggered firing, they got lots of hits. Yeah, they were definitely on the accuracy by volume mindset. Which, to be fair, had conquered the world. Sun never sets on the British Empire kind of thing. So it worked pretty well for a long time. Until all of a sudden the sun started setting on the British Empire. Problem with Minute of Man. Of Man is when tactics increase engagement distances. Yeah, so tactics both increased engagement distances and decreased target size. So instead of a guy standing out in the open, like 50 to 100 yards away, you've got a guy 200 yards away peeking out from behind a tree or behind a wall. You've got a third as much guy 2 to 3 times as far away. It's not great. Excuse you. Loud buzz. Luckily, we don't have to deal with muskets anymore, except for hobbyists, which is very reasonable. If I had more money and more time, I would probably get into black powder too. Modern tactical muzzleloaders are in. I have seen those. Like there's like an AR-15 like black powder muzzle loader upper. Whatever's going on with that. We put a lot of our smart tactics, superior rifles, at the same time Britain was experimenting with the same stuff we did. We got carried hard by France. Yeah. Well, I don't know about carried hard. Definitely would not have won without France, though. Definitely would not have won without France. And the United States also employed, like, private mercenary ships and stuff like that. Yes, that is it. That's the one, actually. This black powder AR upper, in case you wanted to have to do a background check for your black powder gun. Got your little itty bitty bolt handle. Put your primer on that. Do all the stuffing down the business end of the gun. Probably in the other order. Honestly, it doesn't. Thank you. Good margins. It doesn't actually look awful. I don't know. The ramrod kind of looks like it could be a gas tube, except the big brass end on it. It looks pretty decent. I wouldn't buy one, but obviously there's a market for it. I definitely wouldn't pay $1,100 for one. But if you're a black powder hunter, just trying to get the extra like 2 weeks of hunting season or whatever, makes a lot of sense. Need to go now. Have a good Turkey Day. Turkey Day is not for... Oh, it's Wednesday now. Turkey Day is tomorrow. Really? Is it? Goodness sakes. Wait, I'm not ready. Wait! What is this? What is this?
Your John Wick gets 1775 and your quill just ran out of ink.
Dumping black powder everywhere. There's a company that made a black powder suppressor as well.
You guys still pay taxes.
Oh, what company was it? I don't remember. I could find it pretty easily.
Stand by it. 4 score in 7 years. No tea and crumpets today. Ranger Point Precision made 4 of these tactical muzzle loaders. If you would like one for yourself,
one of
go see
4.
what the Second Amendment Foundation is doing. Link in the bio.
1 of 4. Got to get that rare black powder muzzle loader. Majestic Potato, good night. Sleep well. I don't remember if I've said that already, but you get a second one. Who made the black powder suppressor? JK Armament. That's who it was. We got the JK Armament. I don't own any of their products, but I like their media.
Thomas?
Arthur!
Thomas?
We have to go. We have to prepare. The red coats are here. Calm down, man. Calm down. The bloody red coats are here. We have to go.
The powdered wigs.
Hey, Arthur. I don't think the regiment's coming.
What? We supposed to go to them?
I think they're supposed to come to us.
I think we're supposed to go to them.
Should we go to the rendezvous?
Yeah, I think we should. Let's move out.
Just do me
Like
a favor.
the threaded
Shoot that
barrel
thing so close to my head.
on the flintlock.
Barely here as it is. Joe! Ah! What did I just tell you?
You alright?
What?
Don't worry. My blacksmith just made something for me I think will help.
Oh. Oh. Look at that monster. I need one of those. I don't have a black powder to put it on. But I need it. Cleaning that would be a nightmare. You're right. It would be. Look at that. Look at... Oh. Oh.
Greetings. Fine day for a field match.
I need a suppressor this size for everything. Give me a suppressor this size, but for 9mm. 5.56. 308. Red coats, percussion caps. It's fine. Put it on an LCP. Do they make LCP threaded barrels? Probably. You need that for your STG-44. A suppressor like this? You can put a suppressor like this on anything. It doesn't matter what the suppressor's going on. It's gonna look awesome. Only the 22 LCP? You mean the one that's not as good? .22 is a caliber that is severely lacking in thick suppressor options. I need a good thick 22 suppressor, but there aren't any out there. And there's a couple, but not many. But look at that. Look at that. Who was Astrite? Cleaning would be terrible. Yes. You definitely want a sonic cleaner, because I don't want to have to scrub those by hand. I don't know about you. You could just hate yourself that much for some reason. You need a sonic cleaner for the black powder suppressor. I also want double barrel suppressors. Although that seems a bit more technically difficult. Especially since not all double barrels are the same distance apart. I definitely don't want to have a custom double barrel suppressor built. I don't have that kind of money. But I say through a yawn. I do believe it's going to be about that time to end stream before this becomes an impromptu sleep stream. So glad we're getting new repro STG-44s. From where? PSA's not making them. They dropped it. Did I miss someone else making them? DK Productions? Are they actually? Hold on. Is this real? Are you baiting me? Are you pulling my leg? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Almost. Got the MP44. Close. Very close. Is that the same thing? I thought the MP44 was a little different. I may be mistaken. Getting yours next week? Well, it's not this one yet. It says they're not making them yet. MP44 is the same thing? Wait, but it says that they're still in development. It says they're still working on it. How are you getting one next week? What? The only multi-barrel suppressor you're aware of is printed? And for Gatling gun? Yeah, there's someone who made a double barrel suppressor custom for the standard manufacturing DP12, but that was a custom build. There was a separate pre-order link back in July. It's so sad. They started shipping 3 months ago in batches. You have a lot of cool stuff. BD Modern? What are they modernizing? What is that? Ew. Modern FG42? Question mark? Gross. I hate it. Look at this sleeve adjustable question mark stock. Squidward. A2 flash hider. I think it's quite an A2 flash hider. It looks like it's got a different base. The front is very A2 or A1. Do not like. It's okay. It's okay. It comes in other colors too. This one's also got a shorter mag in it. Different caliber and different color. This one, I want to say it looks slightly better than the other one, but I don't want to accidentally give the impression that it might look anywhere close to good. Because this is an affront. This is an affront to gun design. Oh, there's a long one. You get the DMR version. DMR FG42 modernized. I should have ended stream already. I'm gonna have nightmares about this now. No, why? Oh, zoom. The stocks were always sleeved like that. The gun reciprocates inside the stock for recoil absorption. Yeah, but the big polymer boot around it. I don't like it. Oh no, I don't like it. I don't like it. It's bad. They make them in 7.62 by 54R. Well, it's a bad gun, but at least it's a based caliber. They made the MP38 and STG44 in the States so far. They'll be doing the FG42 someday. And they've got a lot of SMGs. They're not cheap. Dare I ask, Asterite? Dare I ask how much this cost you? Do I dare ask? Oh, never mind. There it is. There's the for sale one. I figured it out. Lemon Cloud, hello, welcome. How's it going? The Gepard GM6 Lynx. Give it this instant. Get over here. How late is it for me? Fairly. Nearly 3 in the morning. It's okay, I don't have to be up tomorrow till like... When do... 10, actually. Get to sleep in a little bit tomorrow. That's a lot of money. A lot of money. I am very much jealous. They're very accurate reproductions. A lot of parts interchange with the original. That's very good. That is the proper way to do a reproduction. Actually chambered in 7.92 by 33. How much does 7.92 by 33 cost? 8mm Kurs? I don't think I've ever seen 8mm Kurs for sale. I also have never been looking for it, so that probably makes it hard to come across. Need to find ammo now. It's probably only going to be like $15 a round. It's not cheap. It's how much it costs. $1.50 or so? That's actually much less. 15 was an exaggeration. I was definitely expecting it to be like $4 or $5 a round though. That would make sense in my brain. 8mm Kurs ammo. Ammo seek. No, nothing. Nothing on ammo seek. Well. Oh, Midway USA has some. Midway USA is having one of those like 10% off everything sales, I think. Oh no, it's out of stock. Never mind, they don't have it. I lied. Oh? Oh, never mind, that's Canada. There's some in Canada. There's quite a bit in Canada, actually. Why is it in Canada? What Canadian guns are using 8mm Kurs? DK is working with another manufacturer to have a source. Right now, just PPU makes small batches every now and then. In Canada, you've got PPU Rifle Line, PPU, and Sportec. Very French sounding. There's also a bunch of people talking about reloads. Would like to go that route. Alright, but I already tried this once. I do think we're gonna need to end stream here before I see another horror of modernized old guns. I also am about to fall asleep here. So, we're going to raid out. Let's see who is streaming at this time of night. No other firearm streamers. Let us see. We could raid Mari. Something absolutely chaotic is going on there. I think that's we're gonna raid Mari. Mari _EN. I think she got nominated for VTuber Awards. Most chaotic streamer. I voted for her. You should too. Invalid username. Oh, because I can't spell. That's right. There we go. And we have raid messages, both for subscribers and non-subscribers. We have both of those. If you're fast and you have enough channel points, you can also just unlock both those emotes. Just saying. But we are going to raid Mari EN. So, thank you everyone for stopping by today. Thank you for all the follows and for the hanging out and actively chatting. Makes it way easier to stream. I will be back. I'll be back tomorrow, actually. What's on the schedule for tomorrow? Good thing I make a schedule so I can check it. Oh, tomorrow's schedule is more of this. Chatting and hanging out. So, yes. Thank you everyone for stopping by today. I am going to bed, so good night. I will see you all next time. Card, Asterite, Lemon, Matilda, not the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms. Anyone else